You want me to talk about Hooverbush? All right, we love them. One of us has got to go. Then off we go. Jail!
He's only gone and pulled out, lads.
You can just put your oval pipe straight in. I'm now single, so give away one of these. A real hidden gem of an advantage.
What a day.
A little attempt at humour was that. Dump it in. Jail! Okay, it's Monday morning. Now, as you know, James has been having a bit of a laugh pranking us all, so it's our turn to do it back. So Jay very kindly ordered these in off Amazon, and they arrived in this morning. So we love the LGBTQ community, all right? We love them, you know, but nonetheless, it's a good giggle. So we're gonna slap these on his van and gonna try and record him driving to work. Right, got this camera set up, yeah? You're good to go, yeah? All right.
Right, hello. What's someone doing there? To my van. He's just stuck something on the back of my van. He's just stuck something on the back of my van. There's part of the prank working.
How's my hair?
Is it recording? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fresh. It looks sharp.
Oh, James.
What about mine? What about my fresh?
You look beautiful.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, me handsomes, let's roll.
Over and out, micro penis. And Tomo.
I cannot believe we're doing
It is Monday. A new week. Another week to be great. Another week of positivity.
Motivation.
Without negativity.
It's cruel, but it's cruel, but this is good payback for James. Yeah, we stuck those signs on the back of his van, so we're going to give him a bit of room and let the traffic work around him, and hopefully we're going to catch some good abuse on the road today. Just in case you can't read it, it just says, we are pranking our workmate, give him road rage, and give him some abuse and honk him loads. Okay, so give him a little bit of room.
Yeah. Hope people do it. Yeah, just stay in this lane, stay in this lane. There we go, there we go. Please, 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 please. He's doing it, he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. He's looking, he's looking, he's looking.
Go to back home. What's that?
They do not do it.
I don't know, is that hit them or?
I didn't do anything fucking wrong.
Let's go! Yes!
Oh, I've just collected. I've just collected, man. You know exactly what they've done. You know I say stuck something on the back. Bet you was beep or something.
Oh, you're gonna just get bibbed at.
Tankers. Let me have that. I've just collected.
I seen you stick something on the back, I didn't know what it was, and it's beat to do something, you absolute assholes.
Oh, pass you back.
I shit my pants out of it, a beep, and then it clicked. I thought I seen you stick something on the back of the van, you f***ing did. And it's probably beep if you like pigeons or some shit.
Oh, they think it's funny on a Monday morning today.
It was his idea, not mine. I told Jay don't do it, and he was like, "Nah, f him, he's a bellend."
Alright, that's it, we're gone now,
No, no. Right, let me get into the job, let me get unloaded, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so house rewire. So this is a blank canvas, what we're starting from here. This was actually into previous content. I'll leave a link for it up here in a previous video. So it's a blank canvas, tenants have all gone, everything's been emptied now, so it's changed quite a bit since you guys last saw it. So head on in. So yeah, like I say, blank canvas now, carpets have all gone, furniture, that's all gone. Fuse board is up in there, you can't see it at the moment because the steps are in there, but fuse board's up in there. We just run this temporary bit of power, so we can just turn off the main switch and we can cut everything out, because all of this cabling here, we want to get rid of all this. So we've got a nice fresh blank canvas to start wiring in from, and it also means we can reuse the holes in the joist, so we haven't got to drill more holes and turn it into Swiss cheese. So yeah, the builders are out for the week, so that means we've got a completely empty property to work in, which is really, really good. So that's actually all their plasterboard waiting to go up, so they're just waiting on the first fix to be done. Now, we can't run anything under this floor because they're going to put like a concrete screed down to put underfloor heating. So that means all our power has got to come from up above. So again, all of this we're going to rip out completely. We're going to reuse as many of the existing holes as we can, but it does mean that our power is going to have to come from up above. So we've got to chase. There's a lot of chasing here to do. So we have actually got a new chasing machine, which I'll show you. I bought it deliberately for this job because we've got there's an awful lot of chasing to do, and doing it with a grinder and a hoover on little jobs you can get away with it, but on stuff like this you just can't. You need a proper tool to do the job. So this is the front room. Dining room's through here. So James is in here now sorting out the heights for the sockets and stuff. Yeah, the green laser level is awesome, isn't it? It makes a huge difference. Rather than having the old-fashioned red level, the red laser lines, the green ones are just, it pops out much more. So they're really, really good. I'll leave a link to that Bosch level below. So yeah, dining room. Jay's in here stripping out the kitchen. So yeah, this is the beauty of it. We can just cut everything out completely, and it does mean you can work faster. It's just a nice, quick, you haven't got to worry, is this live, is this not live? You can just literally cut the whole lot out. I'm guessing he's going to rip all these plumbing pipes out as well, but yeah, that's not our job. So yeah, and upstairs, I'll show you quickly. This room is actually I think was the sort of drug den. So as you can see, it's all empty now, but they've boarded the ceiling already, but we have got loft access just out here. So we can actually run a lot of our cabling through the joists upstairs. We can run it over the joists upstairs, and we can cut all the downlight holes out as well. We can get those all cut out today. So there's quite a lot we can do. I'm not sure what the layout is going to be in this bathroom. I don't know yet. We do have the plans downstairs. I'll leave the plans here. So that's what we're going to be wiring this week. So I'm hoping, today's Monday morning, it's just coming up to 9. I'm hoping by Friday, we will have the bulk of this first fix finished if there's 3 of us here, because there's quite a lot on this plan. Again, next room, plasterboard ceiling again, so it's already been done. We haven't got to worry about lath and plaster, any of that nonsense. We can just cut all the holes out, bang all our downlights in straight away. These sockets up here will be a little bit easier because we're putting them at 4 or 450. I'll check what they want. But again, we can run everything under the joist downstairs and just come straight up. Light switches were on this side, but I'm guessing they're going to move this side because the door will naturally open towards the wall. So I don't know why they put that there in the first place, but yeah. So light switches will go here. So we'll use our chasing machine, put our switches here. And then yeah, little room in there, just a little box room. Again, completely empty. I haven't actually been up in the loft yet, so it looks like a bloody big loft space, but we'll go up there a little later on and have a look. So let me give James a hand, James and Jay, let me give them a hand and we'll touch base a little later. Oh, you've got to be careful, these Bosch, these new... What? No, I've got my own box of them. Your ones. I paid for them.
Yeah, but...
No, these are actually my own ones. They're in that Vaunt case. I haven't used yours. The only thing with those bits with the thread on them is you've just got to be careful when you're drilling with them, because it does, they can lock because they pull through so quick. They're brilliant, but you've just got to be careful that you haven't. That's why I'm deliberately using this drill, because it's slightly less power than the big 18-volt Bosch one I've got. Because sometimes if it locks, it can really hurt your wrist. So, right, someone's got to go next door and be the good Samaritan, and because apparently there's an old couple next door who don't appreciate a lot of noise. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of chasing here to do, and it's just going to make a lot of noise. So, in being good Samaritans, one of us has got to go. So, I think, yeah, we're going to pull drill bits, and whoever pulls the 16, was it a 16 mil? Yeah.
You've got 32, 16, and a 20. So whoever picks a 16 mil's got to go.
Right, Tom Mill first.
Straight away
16 mil, yes.
Yes!
That's a shit game. Let's do another. I'll go around next door and tell her to put these on. Do you think they're going to invite me in for a cup of tea? I'm going with no. They might not even be up yet. Oh no. Here we go. Hi, my lovely. I'm sorry to bother you.
A few inches later.
You're a star. All right, you have a great day. She seemed very pleasant. That's how it's done, see? I always think she wanted to invite me in for a cup of tea to discuss the work. I was holding these, making a point, Nah, she's all right. She's got some China figurines she's got to move, so I'll let her use those, then off we go.
Alright, Tom's checking in some lighting circuits. I'm going through the plans for the kitchen now and just marking it all out ready for chasing. So I think we're going to mark everything out, and then one of us is going to go around and just chase it all out. So I'll leave leave the plans up on screen, but it looks complicated than it is when you actually go room by room, but there is a lot going on, to be fair. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around each room at a time and then working through it, but it's not too bad, to be fair. So yeah, we'll see you in a minute. Right, I got my jacket on now because I'm freezing, but I'm doing the living room telly, sockets and aerials and data and whatever else. So we got a plan which we'll leave up here somewhere. So it's just about making it look the neatest possible. So on the plan, if you can see, there's like 3 doubles on the bottom, then a couple of bits above. So what I'll do is evenly equal it out center to the room, even though they're probably all going to be covered, but it's just OCD and all that. So yeah, start marking it out, whether we'll show you what I'm doing, and then we'll do the telly bit above. But I think they're gonna have a brush plate as well, so they can drop some HDMI cables and whatever, and we'll put a bit of trunking in there so you can just slide down and leave a fishing wire in there. So yeah, we'll get to it now. Alright, so we want to probably chase to about here, just gives a bit of room, and then we want to put, it was a double above this one, I'm probably want a coupler in there or something. Probably better off just cutting out a big square anyway. And then that one's scrap. Ignore that. Then I need a single here. Something like that. We'll make all these like one big chase just going across, and then we'll put like bushing couplers in between each one for each thing. And the same down here, so we'll probably do like one big square down here, fix it all with bushing couplers, etc. So we can feed in the cables. So it's kind of rough at the minute, but it's just so we can visually see it.
Right, cheeky little update. So, lights in the kitchen are done. We're working off plans that have been sent to us, but again, what's on plans doesn't necessarily work in reality. Bosch light's flat. So they had a 7th downlight just here by the door, but it's just going to look weird. That's just to have 6 and then have this one extra one here. It's just going to look odd. So we've scratched that, and we're just going to keep 6 because it gives it a much more uniform look. Sockets, those have all been marked out, so James has he's marked these out. Now we put the sockets at 1150 centre, so it's actually, again, that's different on the drawings, because if you look at the drawing, it says these have to be at 1 metre, but you got the top comes up to 900, then you've got 40 mil of worktop, so those are actually only going to be about that high off the, if they've got a splashback or something going in, which they're probably going to have, like a kickstand or something, it's going to foul the socket. So we put them at 1150, which should give you about that much off the top of the worktop, which is what you want. So you put those in. Outside light feed, because there's going to be an outside light at the back, and on the side passage, there's another one there. So yeah, and then light switch here. So we're going to cut all these out a little later. We just want to get the bulk of the wiring in, and then we can run around with the chasing tool afterwards and put all the chases in, rather than do chase a little bit, then wire chase. It'll just get all the chasing done in one hit. Jay's just started in here doing the same thing with the lights, same as what I was doing. So again, switch is here. Door's going to open this way against this wall. So that's the most logical place to put the switch. And there's he's got a 2-gang switch. He's got 7 lights in the ceiling, and these 3 here. Yeah, maybe he's got these 3 on their own switch, and the other 6 or the other 5 are on their own switch again. I'm guessing he wants these 3 on, so there's not a glare against the TV when it's on if he's watching, I don't know, Pornhub or something, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. I can't think of another reason you want to switch it in that combination, but that's what he's got. And yeah, James is this side holding up the fort. He's marking up, or holding up production, I should say. He's marking the sockets out again. So I'm guessing, again, they're going to have a TV here or something, because they've got 2 levels of sockets here. So for these here, we've got 2 doubles and a single. All we're going to do, I'll see if the chasing call, I think we're going to have to use the grinder for this. So all we're going to do is just take a nice clean grind there, 2 cuts down, and then you can just chip this out with the SDS. I think that's going to be how we're going to do this. And then the boxes, we're going to do what you saw us do on the house rewire. It was quite a while ago, but you get 2 boxes, coupler in the middle, pair of bushes, and you can That way you get a really slick finish, and the distance between the boxes is exactly the same every single time. So it'll be quite nice down here where you've got different sizes of boxes and stuff, but it's a really clean, uniform finish. So that's going to be how we're going to do those. And I'm going to come in here now and do the lights in here. Right, little tip. When you're bashing through joists to run a new set of holes in for cables and stuff, the only reason I'm saying it is from my own experience, all right? When you start a hole, all right, just feel on the other side, all right? It's easy done. Here, I don't have to here because you can see the whole lot. But when you're lifting floors up and stuff and you can't see totally everything, just have a little feel on the back and just make sure there's no cables or pipes there, because I've done that before, boshed a hole through, psst, hit something on the other side. So it does pay. 2 seconds, just give it a little feel. But it has to be said, these Bosch bits are just superb. As soon as you catch a nail or something, you might as well throw it away. But for as long as you don't catch nails or anything, they are so good. They're really, really good bits. Because I used to use the spade bits. I mean, this is a spade bit, but it's got that helix head on it. But the normal spade bits, which don't have that, they're great when they're sharp, but they do blunt quickly. But that just helps it pull all the way through the joist. So they are really good.
Jimbo has asked, does Tom have the keys for the house?
Yes, I do.
He most certainly does, and we will wait for you here. If you have, oh, you already pulled out, alright, so all good.
Thank you, micro penis.
Just so you're not mistaken, that was humongous penis. Micro penis is driving and he is unable to talk, but it was humongous penis. Just, I know you were confused, it's fine, don't worry. It's an easy mistake, but yeah.
We're just on the drive home, and James wasn't too happy this morning about the little prank we pulled on him, so we put a different sticker on his van for the journey home.
Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on.
Oh, my bag's just gone flying in the back.
He's only gone and pulled out, lads.
What one is that you put on it?
That's so gay. I can't even drive straight. Can you imagine the car behind him now?
Shall I be like, hey, James, just make sure you drive straight, mate, yeah? Go on, you do, go on. Give a little hint, because he has no idea. He hasn't got Scooby. Go on. Don't laugh, Tom.
Did you just say something then, lads?
No, I was just saying that, James, you need to try and drive in a...
What?
You need to try and drive...
Keep it together, Tom, keep it together.
I don't know, you're just laughing.
He's trying to drive it straight.
What's he saying? What's he saying, man?
Right, I can see you're going off at a wonk, mate. Just make sure you keep it straight, alright? As straight as possible.
What are you on about?
Oh, that's brilliant.
What are you chatting? Like, are you all laughing? I don't see what's going on.
We've literally done nothing, mate. I'd like to point out we are LGBT friendly. We're all friends here, okay?
But this is my prank.
Oh my god. Where the hell did you buy them from?
Me and Tom got them on Amazon on
No,
Friday.
he got them on Amazon.
Leave it there, mate.
I think it looks good, mate.
I like to imagine you've still got a lot more.
Maybe one or two.
Yeah. Just have to wait and see, mate.
Yeah.
Day 2.
All right, everybody, this is day 2. We're back. We're carrying on with this rewire we're doing. Capping's all going in now. Sockets are going in. We've got that new machine. It's quite loud, but it's an awesome bit of kit. If you haven't seen that video yet, link's in the description now. Yeah, that machine. Hard work, innit?
It's not too bad, but like, it does feel a bit weighty.
When you do the upright ones, the more you start going up, the more it hurts. My shoulders hurt quite a lot, but that's a fantastic machine. Yeah, so this machine is mostly for doing the chases, the upright chases, where you've just seen we can put the capping straight in the wall, in fact. Yeah, so like I say, if you haven't seen that video that came out on Friday, link's in the description now, I'll leave it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, you just basically run this up the wall, it cuts out after you, so there's no SDS, no faffing about, and you can just put your oval pipe straight in, job done. So it's super fast. But what we've also found is we can use it for back boxes as well. This is a 25mm box, but you get the gist. What we've been doing, cheating a little bit. Well, it's not cheating, it's just finding good ways to work. But like we've got to put there are 4 double sockets going along here. But this is, I mean, we can fit 35s in here. So we're going to put, this is a 25mm box. But what a smooth back you get if you use that machine. You just go once, twice. You have to do 3 cuts for the height of a box. So 1, then do another one, then do a 3rd one, and that's it. But on brickwork, you know how like when you're just using SDS, it's all, you know, you can never get a smooth back when you use an SDS. Doesn't matter how good you are. You just can't get, you can't get a good back. So doing it this way, you just get such a smooth, neat finish. And it's just lovely, you know. It doesn't matter where you put that box. It's always level, it's always the right height. So although the machine technically wasn't designed for that, it shouldn't hurt it because you're just chasing the wall out just to fit a box. But that was a hidden, we didn't think we could use a machine for that, but that's actually a real hidden gem of an advantage. This is what James is doing now. It's the only way you can get them nice and beautifully spaced and all symmetrical if you just use 20mm couplers and bushes and you join them all together like that. But by the time they put their dot and dab over that, you've got bags of room, you know, happy days. And it looks, by the time that's finished, that will look really neat and everything will be perfectly symmetrical. When you put sockets on top of each other, you can't really keep that bit of, because I mean this is quite loose, yeah, see? It's just this old plaster. So this all naturally falls out. So in the end, we were just like, I'll just get the cutter and just do that. And just cut all of that out. And then you've got one nice blank canvas to work on then. But that'll look nice when it's done. But that's the plan, bushes and couplers. As you were, mate, sorry. Noisy bastard. That's the thing, with that grinder, you cut a little bit, just like the edge of this. You cut a little bit out, plumes of dust. That machine in there, you can cut all day. I mean, Jay's in there now. All right, he's got a mask on, but you can cut all day, isn't it? There's just no dust. It just makes no dust. It's such a good bit of kit. But yeah, that's the end result. Capping goes in, and that's the finished result. To hold the capping in, we're using these little clips, little 20mm oval clips, like that there. And then you can just take the capping and just click it straight in. So you haven't got to faff about with screws at 45-degree angle and stuff. Just use those. So that's quite a good little idea. You just use them, bop, bop, bop. So it's very quick if you've got all the right gear. It is very quick to do. That hurts your shoulders when you're doing it all day. I said in that review, I'll leave a link here for it again. I said in that review that and it is easy on the first one, but when you're doing it for like 8 hours solidly, because in it, Jay, we've been doing this since what? 9 o'clock this morning. We couldn't make any noise really till 9, so we started bang on 9 o'clock. And to be fair, that machine, we've given that some abuse. No, not abuse, we just worked it hard all day, but it does. We've been taking turns in it. James started this morning. I did sort of the lunchtime bit, and I've just done one now, but Jay's doing the afternoon slot on it because it is hard work. I can really feel it in my shoulders. It builds your muscles up if you did that every day, but it is a good bit of kit. There's no dust or anything. It is good, you know. I think I've said that about 100 times. It is, obviously. There was somebody in the comments, I think on James's last video, I'll leave a link here. Somebody got really angry because he kept saying the word obviously. I mean, obviously it is irritating, I get it, you know, but I don't know, that's just how he is, obviously. It's like when I say that, oh, that reminds me, you know, because it's just a habit, you know, you just have those things, obviously, you know. The fella here, he's got sockets and he's got data, he wants to run data to a giga switch out in the hallway. I can't run it down the same pipe, so we've got to do power in one chase, and then I'll do another one here for a pipe for data. It'll all make sense later. Once we've done the chases, once we start putting the boxes in and wiring it, it'll make more sense.
Oh no. Oh no. What a day. Do you want me to show you what I've done upstairs? Yeah, it's got to be Chasing, I love it. This is what I live for. Forget the board changes, I just want to chase from now on. Come on, let's go upstairs. Watch all this dust fall off me now. Absolutely none, don't worry. Yeah, it's a bit dusty. So all I'm doing is just outlining the boxes ready for the other chaser, the big chaser, just so we know exactly where the boxes go. Because obviously when you do one big line, it's hard to remember what was there exactly, and it's just makes it easier for the next chaser. So yeah, I've just gone through all the rooms to do that. But yeah, I'm waiting for the kitchen to be chased out downstairs, so we can start running all the cables in, finish down there, and then come up here. So it's just something to get on with. But hopefully that can be done today now, and then by tomorrow I think we should have everything wired, chased in and fixed back. But we'll see. We'll see. So me and the camera guy and Jay was just talking about, we should weigh all this in, and we're going to do the closest guess for how much all this crap is worth. So leave all your guesses in below and see who's the closest, and we'll give a shout out to the comment or something who got the nearest answer. I'm going to go for about £32 for all of that.
Jay,
that's not stripping either, not stripping it, just pure, just what it is there kind of thing. What's your guess, Jay?
About a tenner.
A tenner? I literally haven't got a clue, to be honest. All this here is just old shitty twin and earth 2.5, 1.5. I don't think it's any 6mm or 10mm. But I know in my old company we used to run in like big armoured and all, and at the end of the year we used to have like offcuts of the big armours, like 95mm and all, and yeah, we used to get quite a bit weighing that in. But I don't know about all just twin and earth, but we'll see.
Day 3.
Everybody, welcome back. It is the next day. Now, we are carrying on again. We're carrying on with this rewire. So we're cutting out the upstairs sockets. Now, we are facing a slight issue. These inner walls, we want to fit 35mm boxes because it gives you more wiring space, just makes it a bit easier, especially when it comes to second fixing. Harder to do on the first fix, but easier on the second fix. Only problem we're finding is this is a really thin wall, and you fit 35mm boxes, and the problem is you're blowing through into the next room. I can put my whole hand in there, you're punching through to the next room. I don't want to fit 25mm boxes because they're harder to wire into, especially if you've got, like here, we're going to have a 3-core strapper, we're going to have feed in, feed out, switch wire going out to the lights. It's a lot of wires to fit in a 20. It scared the shit out of me then. A little attempt at humour was that. So I think what we might do is we'll put a 35mm box in, and we'll get some of that low expansion foam, and we'll just foam the box in because we're not going to be able to drill any further in to get a fixing. So we might do that on those, I think. Same with this wall here, trying to fit a 35mm box again, blown through. These are just single skin walls. There's not enough. No. It's all right. As long as there's nothing to do with my vans, I don't care. See, this is what I'm on about with brick, you see? Jay's up here because we've only got one of those Metabo machines, or Metabo, whatever you call it. He's using an SDS to dig out the back boxes, and this is part of the problem. When you have using that Metabo machine, you get a really clean cut at the back like this. It's all, it's wonky, wavy. It's just a bit crap. But I might come up here with the machine and see if I can neaten these up because, yeah, single skin. That's what you get. Downlights, we'll cut those in today. I've got the downlight cutter, so we'll measure all those out. You can join in on that. We can cut those out later on today. Yeah, sorry mate, you're all good. AirPods, right? Noise cancellation mode, right? Literally, you don't need ear defenders. Honestly, the difference. AirPod Pros, sorry, the cameraman just corrected me. Yeah, if only I could demonstrate to you the noise cancelling facility on it, because it is so good. You just put these in, hit noise cancellation. You can literally just use this without earmuffs. It's incredible. They're so good at cancelling out background noise. They're really, really good. I'm not sponsored by Apple. They're just 180 quid and they're worth every penny. Actually, they're really good on the tube because you just, it's so noisy, especially when the trains are turning the corner on the rails, and you just put them in, switch on. You don't even have to listen to music. You can just activate the noise cancellation bit, and it just drowns everything out, and it's just like being in your own little bubble. It's fantastic.
Found Sarah an iron.
Ah, perfect. Chuck it in the van. Excellent. Sarah wanted an iron, just found one. Perfect. He's a bit weird, is Jay, but I like him. Huh? All right, mate?
Tom's a bit weird as well, but I like
God, I didn't think you heard that, mate. He's a good fella. I like him. Right, this is smooth, right? I've worked out that if you're really nice to neighbours, they actually don't mind if you just tell them every day what you're doing. So I'm going to be really nice because we're an old couple, right? I'm going to go to Tesco now. It's not very posh, but I'm going to get some flowers. drop them by, say thank you. All right, she's going to love it because we're making a cataclysmic amount of noise against her wall today. So yeah, watch this, and some chocolates, depending how expensive they are. She is old. What do you think she likes best? All right, she'll probably take the price tag off. She's going to love this. Every woman loves Ferrero Rocher. The problem is, you stand here in the queue, and it just looks like you've cocked up with your girlfriend or something. That's all it looks like. 13 quid. She better shut up after I give her these flowers. Let's take the barcode off and price tag. This better be worth it. I think it is, because it does make a difference, and it's easier to work, and they're far more forgiving of noise that you make. To be honest, I don't think they can actually hear, because we went there yesterday. James went there yesterday, and the husband answered the door, and we had to repeat what he wanted to say 3 times before he heard it. So I actually don't think they can hear very well. Heya, sorry to bother you. It's just a quick bunch of flowers, just to say thank you for putting up with the noise next door, because it's not nice to listen to the noise.
A few inches later.
Well, today's the last day of noise anyway. No problem. You have a great day. To be fair, the noise in her house, I can hear Jay upstairs hammering away with the SDS, and you can't hear yourself think in that house. So it isn't nice, but that, little gestures like that do go a long way. Listen to James. Excellent job. Beautiful, baby. Let's have a look, search. Here we go. Yeah, we're trying this. There's a thing called Screwfix Sprint. So if you need stuff delivered within the hour, they can just basically deliver it to you for £5. So rather than you have to mess around, send Jay or James out in the van, and they're normally gone for 6 hours. It's just, yeah. But yeah, the idea is, some guy on a moped just delivers it. Let's have some deeper boxes. 35. Have we got 35mm boxes? Yeah. Wait, you want some more? All right. Let's get 4 packs of them. Might as well get some more penny washers, seeing as masks. Track my order. All right, order on the way. So somebody on a scooter should pull up. He probably won't even knock. He'll just throw it off the side of his scooter into the driveway.
You want me to talk about hoof bus? Yeah? Okay, boss.
It gets heavy really quick. We've done probably about a dozen chases, all told. Yeah, it's pretty full. But you imagine, all of that dust would just be on the floor. Sorry, let's move on from this video. I'm done selling this machine, but it is cool. It's a real game changer. Wow, that's heavy. Just dump it in, and then just grab the bag and pull it out. I think what I found is you could probably do one house rewire to every bag, and you've got to buy a new bag afterwards. Yeah, I'm actually cheating, to be honest, and I'm putting the bag back in. But yeah, I mean, all that happens is that you break the edges when you clip it back in again. Yeah, hang on. Why do you even need the bag? Because the filters are in the dump. That was easy. All right. Now, Screwfix has turned up our order. Wasn't too bad. I got a second mask as well because we need one in there, and a load of back boxes, and they give you free chocolate if you order. Apparently, because it's the second time we've done this. Well, I did it the other week, but yeah, they give you chocolate every time. Yeah, I didn't actually see how it turned up. Apparently, the camera guy saw he was on a scooter. I don't know how he fitted that on a scooter, but do you want a piece of 12? Because I'm not giving all to James now.
Yeah, I'll do it. I know that a lot.
You can yeah, you bought it on my fucking credit card. Hello, you.
I bought that on my own credit card.
£25? Yeah. Shut up.
You did.
What are you on about?
All of that shit, mate.
What are you on about? What, the coffee? Listen to that off.
3 coffees, 3 pasties, 1 baguette.
But he buy himself an £8 baguette.
Drink and 2 cookies.
Do you want a bit of chocolate?
Yeah.
Right, would you like a bit of chocolate?
I might, thank you.
Right, anyway, yeah. It's going all right. Bosch man here is doing all the sockets in here. Laser levels are brilliant. You literally can't do sockets in a kitchen without a laser. They are fantastic. Yeah, it does make a difference. It just makes it so much easier to line up sockets. Otherwise, you're measuring off beams and stuff, and you don't know whether those are level or not, and you end up following it's level to whatever you're measuring it off, but doing it this way, you get a perfectly true reading every time. Right, I can see he's getting antsy, so I'm going to carry on. No, mate, honestly enough, work. We work hard. We work to the fore. Right, chasing's pretty much done at the moment. Sinking, we're all going around now, just putting all the back boxes in. So, yeah, we're just playing around with this machine because there's so much chasing here to do. I've got a feeling. Do you think they're going to skip? They're just going to skim these walls. You think? Yeah, they'll just bond around the boxes and then skim. But downstairs, they're going to have to dot and dab because the walls are just like a banana downstairs. The problem we're having is that these, like you saw earlier, these boxes. When you sink in a 35mm box, we're blowing through into the cavity now between houses. You're blowing through into the cavity. So we're trying to get the best fixing we can with screws, and then we're just putting the foam around the boxes or grip fill, one or the other, just to try and hold them. Because by the time the plasters put their bonding in, it won't go anywhere. But it's just bloody annoying.
Day 4.
It's really cold. It's Thursday. We're banging on in this house. We're cracking on. Everything is going in, as you can see. Pipes are starting to go in. We've got double and single boxes. That's today's order of events. We've got to get those. We've cut the back box holes out, but we've got to fix them in, put the grommets in. Lovely stuff. Lights, same again. Got to go in there. So the kitchen is coming along all right. They're adamant that they're just going to fill and skim here. There's no way. They're going to have to dot and dab this. These walls are too damaged. They're going to have to dot and dab, which means that by the time they put a thick layer of bonding on and put their board on, we're going to have loads of room in these back boxes. We've already got 35s fitted, but they're going in today. So what I'm going to do, I've still got to chase Boss Man over there. He's got me back on the Metabo wall chaser. So I've got one more chase here I've got to cut. So I'm going to take the mic off, hand it to my good colleague and friend here, and I will see you a little later on because he doesn't want to do the chasing. And
I didn't say that.
Well,
I just got things to do.
more important things. All right, we'll see you in a bit. I'd just like to say, we've been talking a little bit about the 0.4% we've been going on about. What was the name of that subscriber who said, the one that Chloe? Yeah, Chloe, this whole double stand up with Chloe, actually, I'm talking about Penny, my girlfriend, or soon to be ex-girlfriend. This whole double standards thing, and it's true, it exists, right? And I'll give you a classic example. We were having a laugh about it in the unit this morning, right? If I go away for the weekend, all right, or anything, if I go away for a weekend, we have to have like a 6-week consultation period before I can go away. Right? And then she's like, you know what, I think I'm going to go away for a month. I'm like, right, okay, there's no double standards going on there. Right, I'm now single, so Amsterdam applications below, please.
I need to ask people about the Instagram. So I had a girl follow me, and my girlfriend known in 2 hours that I followed her back. How? She won't tell us how. She hasn't got my account details. How does she know? Honestly, she won't tell me. It's creepy.
We are all single now.
Yeah. Girls. No, this can't stay in the video. This can't stay in the video.
I'm staying in, I don't care.
I don't know. I'll have to check it. I don't know if it's going to stay because it's going to cause more issues.
I'm the boss. That is staying here.
Uh-oh.
Gotta be honest though, that was the one Bosch sent a couple of weeks back. You know, I did that Bosch unpacking video. I'll leave a link for it up here. That is small. In fact, where's the small? Hang on. Let me go and get the bigger one. Let me go and get my big one. Come here a sec, look. James, he's in a world of his own now. He's listening to Postman Pat or whatever it is, but he's so paranoid about his tools, right? Bear in mind, right? I provide them, yeah? He's labelled everything of his own. Yeah, the point of it was this one, this big Bertha. This is... Yeah, point is this big beast here. This one I think had 2.7 joules of impact energy, I think. And this one I think's got 1.5 from memory. But that is much lighter. It's a proper light. That's good if you're doing like big holes in walls. Yeah, if you've got like a 32mm hole you want to bosh your way through. That one, You can use, I mean, we've got the SDS, the chisel bit on it, and you can use it for that, but it does take longer. But if you're just doing things like, if you're literally just boshing 5.5mm holes, which is what most sparks do for like red plugs and stuff, that is honestly that's more than enough. A little mini 18 volt, I really like that. It's got more guts. Do you remember when I had the Milwaukee one? I had that 12 volt Milwaukee gear, and I swore by that little 12 volt Milwaukee SDS. Well, this is good because it's got the hammer action only on it, which that one didn't have. Tiny bit heavier than that, but lighter than this Bertha. When you're on the top of a ladder, that gets it's a bit cumbersome. But that's another one I'm quite impressed with. There was another tool I meant to show you, but I can't find it now. We'll discuss it later. Right, tip 6274. When you're working with back boxes, when you put the screws in, you can use countersunks like that, right? I think I might have mentioned this already. They protrude on the surface, and sometimes you'll get neutrals and stuff, they'll catch them and you get neutral to earth shorts. If you buy the, you know, the pigtails, the curly whirly ones, they come with those screws as standard, but I find we normally take those out and use a 1.5 inch 8 because they're better. But if you take those screws, they've got a really flat base, but what it means is when you use it with a 5mm penny washer, you get a super flat finish. Look at that bad boy. And it just looks nicer in a back box. You know, it's just, you don't get any sharp edges or anything like that. So it just gives you a bit of confidence, I think, when you wire in the box and you push the socket front back onto the back box. Right, Team Nagy. So I'm wiring up the first fix for the TV and data area. So living room, he's going to have I'm guessing quite a big multimedia system here. So I wanted to put 35mm boxes, like I said, wanted to put them here. We can't, this wall just doesn't allow it. We blow through the other side of the wall. So we've got to put 25mm boxes here, whether I like it or not. I actually thought these would have been higher up, but on the plan, that's what it says. So I'm putting them where the plan says. I thought they would have been higher up. You have a big, like 50, 60 inch TV, you'd want to have these higher up. But I'll check, but I'm going with what the plan says. But anyway, a double socket, a brushed plate here. So the TV will sit, the bracket's going to sit here or something, and the TV will sit over these sockets. So you've got a double socket. This is going to be like a brushed plate. You know the plate with like the brushed sort of feathery brushes, and you can just basically push like a HDMI lead or something through it. So he's going to have one of those here. We're going to put a trunking in here. So when they plaster over, there's going to be basically a hollow gap. And this is also going to be a brushed outlet here. So he can basically, if he's got like a 2-meter HDMI lead or something, he can just run that straight in then. Or the optical cables, maybe he wants an optical cable for a sound bar or something, or whatever. So that's going to be double socket, brushed plate, and then there's going to be a data port there. So an RJ45 jack. Down here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 double sockets, because there is quite a lot of kit. So that's eight socket outlets, so to speak. Brush data port, RJ45 ports, double socket, double socket. That's the plan. So I'm trying to figure out the run because the ring comes in up here. So socket comes down to this one. It'll do all of these ones and then back up again, which is what I'm wiring now. We've allowed for 3 of us here to do the first fix. Well, we've got to install the alarm system afterwards as well because he wants to have an alarm system fitted, which was extra. We didn't know about that, so we've priced extra for that. So I allowed originally 3 of us a week to do the first fix. However, he wants the alarm system, so that's going to roll us into Monday and Tuesday. So that's fine. Well, it's actually 4 days we're going to be here because Friday we're going to be in the office tomorrow. So 4 days, 6 days for 3 men to do the first fix here, which I think is about right because there's a lot of stuff here he wants. There's also, it's not just the plugs and the lighting, there's also the data. So like all of these have got to have data cables run into the cabinet, which is going to be in the hallway. So there's going to be about 30 or 40 data cables by the time we finish. A lot of stuff going in. Plus the garage, I haven't shown you in the garage yet. So yeah, I allow three of us here. I shall talk over the noise, I don't mind. I've allowed 3 people for a week for the first fix, basically. I know what Jay's doing. He's having a good giggle upstairs. I guarantee it, he's just sitting on the floor. That's what he's doing. Guarantee it. Jay-o! You all right up there?
I'm good.
Can you hear me slagging you off?
No.
Oh, good. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. It's pretty mundane at the moment. As soon as we've got something a little more interesting, I'll update you accordingly. Yeah, so just continuing the whole seeing as we're both now single, the whole double standards thing, right? So this is another example. I want to understand it, and I don't get it, right? I come home quite late, to be fair. Like, I don't get in the door much before 7 o'clock, pretty much every day. But like, got home and had a bit of dinner, and then she was like, it was like about 8 o'clock, and she was like, oh, I'm just going to get on the phone to a friend, and she's got a friend who I know when they get on the phone, I could literally drive to Bristol and they'd still be on the phone. I know it takes literally, I don't even know what they talk about for so long, but anyway, she was like, oh, I'm just going to ring her. I was like, all right, fine. And I knew it's at least 90 minutes. I know it's a 90-minute phone call minimum.
How do you talk about 90 minutes?
I literally don't know. Anyway, I was like, do you know what? It's gone 9 now. I'm going to bed. I'm not waking up. So I sat in bed for like another hour on my phone, And it got to like 10 o'clock. I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm just going to go sleep. I'm not waiting up. Honestly, 12:30, she walks in and she like rolls into bed. Oh, babe. And then straight and boom, light on. I'm like,
The light.
like, come on, And then she just rolls over and just like, hey, it literally starts waking me up. I'm like, babe, I'm trying to sleep, all right? I just want some Tom time now. Well, you've had like 4 hours of Tom time, but you've been on the phone. But like, if I was to go home and like, babe, you know what? I'm going to go down unit for a couple of hours. I'll be back at about 12:30. She'd go f***ing nuts. Like, I don't get where... I'm actually not entirely sure. I will find out. But if you are listening, babe, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, you've got to appreciate that there's... Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if I came home and said, babe, actually, do you know what? I want to go back to the unit for a couple of hours. Like, that would be unacceptable. I dug a hole, so I might as well keep going.
Do you want to use it? No, tell me.
Right, now super quick and dirty here, all right? I remember when I was in college, this is more for the apprentices, I remember when I was doing my training in year 1, I could not get my head around two-way switching. All right, I'm going to very quickly demonstrate it, super simple, quick and dirty. Fuse board up here, right? All you've basically got is your 2 switches, all right? So you've got common L1, L2, right? Super simple, okay? You take your 1mm 2-core, or your 2-core and earth, your normal 1mm or 1.5, whatever you're wiring in. Personally, I would say take it to the switch every time, okay? The reason I'm saying that is because at most switches nowadays, not all of them, but at most of them, you're going to need a neutral, okay? We've got smart switches, your smart homes and stuff. A lot of light switches now, especially smart stuff, they've got technology behind them which needs a neutral. It needs a way back to the fuse board, so you need to have a neutral. If you take your feed straight to your light fitting up here, this is supposed to be like a pendant, but it's more of an upside down lollipop. But if you take your feed straight to here, that's fine, and it will work. The problem you're going to have, though, you're not going to have a neutral at the switch, and that will inhibit you at some point, all right? So neutrals at the switch, guys. Feed in straight to switch, go straight to L1. You then take a 3-core and earth, okay? And all you do, it's literally as simple as this. Bang. Bang. And that there is your 3-core. That's it. You're just literally linking those. You just literally just polarize what you're seeing. Just make it parallel. And then your L2, that's your trigger. So you feed in, and then your trigger is your L2. And that's it. And obviously you'll take a neutral up there as well. And that's it. That's literally all it is. The only thing I would say, I did it on a job once where I rewired a house. I didn't think it through. I took the feed to the switch, but what I did accidentally was I took the switch wire off the other switch. The problem that was, so if you ignore all of that, the problem that gave me, I had my trigger, didn't have a neutral because you've got a 3-core, so what I would have had to have done was I had to end up dragging another 2-core across because I didn't have the neutral here. So wherever your feed goes to the switch, take your switch wire from that switch as well. But that's basically it, quick and dirty. We've been umming and ahhing in the shop what to do with these Renault Trafics because we own these outright now. The Kangoo's still got finance on it, but these ones here are ours now. And I'm kind of wondering, do we keep them now? Because the finance is done, they're bought and paid for now, so essentially they're just free vehicles now, they're just free motoring. But a lot of our work is sort of East London and Essex now, and it doesn't make sense to run around in diesels now. What's your opinion? Should we get rid of one of these? So I'll do a giveaway, same as I did last time. Do a giveaway, we'll give away one of these. The money I raise for it, I can use that to go and get an EV van. Like I was thinking of the EV30, the SEAC. because I think that's a cheeky little van. I quite like it. So I was wanting to do that, but then I don't know. It's also a lot of hassle. Or do I get rid of the Kangoo? I don't know. Like, because this is all right for the central London stuff, but if I've got to do a job out in Essex, which we're doing regularly now, we can't use this. So do I get rid of this one and get a bigger electric van? I don't know. What's your thoughts on this? Do I get rid of one of the Trafics, or do I just keep all of them? Do I just keep all of them as they are and just not do anything? So the options are, do I get rid of one of these and use the money I get for that to go and get an electric van, or do I get rid of this one and get a bigger electric van? I'm going around in circles thinking about it. Put your thoughts below. I'd love to hear your feedback. What do you think? Get rid of one of these, get rid of that one, or don't do anything and sit and just earn money. All right, everybody, we are just about done. We've just had a clean up for today. We're not back Friday because we've got other stuff we've got to get on with and paperwork and stuff. So that is going to be picked up in the next Monday video, which will be episode 7 apparently. So that's going to be episode 7. So that'll be the continuation of this. You will see this in the second fix stage, which will actually be quite interesting. There's a lot to learn here. Scrap wise, this is an interesting one for you guys. Tomorrow we've got a day of paperwork and stuff. In fact, you could probably go to the scrapyard on Staples Corner. Actually, there's a scrappy there. Put below, because we're undecided what T&E's worth. It used to be worth about, was it a grand and a half a ton, roughly ish. So we haven't got anywhere near that. But put your comments below. How much do you think that was? All of the cable which came out of that house. It is quite tightly bundled up, so there is more there than it looks like. But put your figure below. What do you think we'll get at a scrappy for that? But other than that, I think that's about it, isn't it? What
happened there, Tom?
I f***ed up. I'm listening to Dire Straits, if you don't mind. What a day!
What song?
Sultans of Swing.
Oh, my man.
It's a classic.
Classic.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
Sing a bit.
I'll sing it.
Come on, sing a bit. Go on.
Nah, mate, no. It's only when everybody else is singing I can get in the groove on my own, you know.
Sing it.
Right, there you go, Bosch. Sorry, Bosch. No, Sarah's just texted me. I'm not. I was in a happy place. I'm not now.
What are you listening to, Tom? A bit of
I think
Elvis,
I can make all these moves now.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Queen, MJ.
Oh, you're not sure you're making, yeah.
You diss it.
I didn't say anything. Yappa, yappa, yappa.
Yeah, what's that? It says donga, 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 donga.
Donga, donga, donga. Danda. Danda.
I mean, honestly, the
Danda.
people who come up with these themes, I mean,
Take it off for background music. Danda. Danda.
It's just brilliant, you know. Do you know what? If I just hold the light like that.
Let me hold it.
Oh, sorry, I'll do it. I'll do all the work. Because I don't want the subscribers thinking that, you know, I'm not making an effort. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll give you an arm workout.
I need to check the plans. I was going to say something else and I forgot. What was I going to say? Ready, watch this now. J.O. No, look a mess. You recorded this.
Yeah. Recorded everything.